Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the one thing that nobody has ever asked for is finally here. And yes, I'm talking about mobile Rust. Yeah, you heard me correctly, everybody. We finally have Rust on mobile devices. Now, don't let this smile fool you. This is a terrible idea. I don't agree. I don't agree with this like at all. But how's it going, everybody? And welcome back to the channel. My name's CloudRaids, and well, obviously this is my channel because it's CloudRaids. But in all seriousness, today we're going to be talking about the smart decision by the Rust devs to make another version of Rust, because that's what we need. So everybody sit back, relax, grab what you gotta get, and let's just talk about this dumpster fire that's about to happen when this game gets released. Okay, one last thing. I know, I'm sorry, but I have to clarify this. The quality of the videos you're about to see when it comes to the mobile gameplay look absolutely garbo. They all look like they're in 240p, and there's just no way around that. Every video on YouTube just doesn't look good when it comes to this game. I didn't want you guys thinking that was my fault. That's just how it looks. So in a way, you're getting the authentic representation of the game. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I love you guys. Let's go. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, IGN over on YouTube just released a reveal trailer for mobile Rust, and if you haven't seen it before, I'm gonna have the video playing while I talk to you guys just so you can kind of watch it for yourselves. Now, the first time I seen this video pop up on my feed, I was pretty dumbfounded, because I first ran across it when I was editing my last video talking about Rust console, and honestly, it made me kind of disappointed. And it's not the fact that the game itself did anything to me. In fact, the game in theory sounds like an okay idea, like Rust on the go, even though we have a Steam Deck, I guess. But I understand not everybody has access to a Steam Deck. I get that. But the reason this just ticks me off is the fact that the other versions of Rust, the console and the PC version, both have their fair share of issues. And fair share is putting it very lightly. Like seriously, why are we trying to make another version of Rust instead of putting all our efforts and all our money into making the games that we do have better than they already are? Like for example, the PC version of Rust, just off the top of my head, the servers take forever to load into, to the point where you can watch a whole YouTube video by the time you get into the server. And that's with the high-end PC. The servers themselves are laggy as can be, and the cheaters just run rampant. But instead of trying to fix these problems, let's just make another version of Rust that nobody asked for. And honestly, the console version has its issues too. There's a lot of bugs in that game, and it's missing a lot of the content that the PC version has. But instead of trying to add more content or fix out those bugs, at least you can play Rust on your phone with 10 FPS. Now, the mobile version of Rust is being worked on by Facepunch and Level Infinite, and if you don't know who Level Infinite is, this is the same company that worked on PUBG Mobile, and if you know anything about PUBG Mobile, then you know that's not very reassuring at all. So at least they have somebody that's been in the mobile gaming space before, but if you ask me, this almost feels like a cash grab, and it's honestly kind of sad to see what Facepunch is doing. Because I remember back in the day before Rust blew up and took off and really just became mainstream, it felt like Facepunch really cared about the player base and they really listened to the players. But as soon as Rust became mainstream and they got a little bit of that moolah la in their pocket, it just snowballed from there, man. Now, I know that they're gonna work on the other versions of the game still, but it just feels like a slap in the face that they had enough time and money on their hands to create another version of the game before they could fix what versions they already have out, especially to the players that have been playing this for years now and have thousands upon thousands of hours. Guys, I'm talking about people have years of their life spent on this game. Honestly, unless you're making content for the game, that's crazy, but people still have it. That's my point. They have a loyal fan base, a dedicated fan base, and sometimes it feels like they just don't care about us. They only care about our money. Now, I've been showing clips of the beta version of this game as I've been talking here, so you guys can kind of get a feel for yourself and understand what the game looks like. I can say that I've never played the beta version of this game, and honestly, I don't intend to play any version of this game, but that mostly just comes down to I got fat hands, y'all. See these sausage fingers on me? I can't get into mobile games like that. Maybe I could possibly get behind this if it was on the Switch too, but even then, guys, that's a hard maybe, because the premise still stands. We don't need another version of Rust. What really has me wondering is the fact that the PC version and the console version of this game sometimes both struggle to run the game, whether that be lag or just server issues or bugs in general. So can you imagine how the mobile version is going to run? In my opinion, there's just no way I can imagine the mobile version of Rust being able to run smoothly at all without them taking away whatever makes Rust Rust. They're going to have to take so much stuff out of this game and tune down the graphics so much to keep this game running steadily. And on top of that, you have to think about the phones overheating and the phones dying, and it just seems like a big mess. Like, can you imagine you're going out to raid with your 10 little FPS and then boom, your mom calls you? Let's just hope you're not getting counter-raided, man. As somebody who's always getting spam calls and someone with a very loving grandmother who's calling all the time, I can only imagine if you're trying to PvP in Rust, or you're sneaking around, or you're door camping, or whatever it might be, and you're just being hit with phone call after phone call, or your phone's on 20% and then your phone dies or it overheats. In retrospect, it doesn't sound terrible, but put into practice, I just don't know how they're gonna do it. At this point, fellas, we listen, but we don't judge. They might as well make a Rust game for the 3DS. Let me go from playing my Pokemon X and Y to playing some Rust, all on the same console. We listen, but we don't judge, alright? If we're throwing out dumpster fires out there, let me throw mine out as well. Now, guys, I'm fully aware that I could end up being completely wrong. I could end up eating my words and this game releases and it's straight gas. This game is fire for some people. It could very well happen. This could be Balatro 2.0, the goated game across all platforms. But to be honest with you, I'm not sure that I will be wrong. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you hyped up for Rust Mobile? Maybe I'm just an outdated man. Maybe I'm not seeing things straight. But that's what I got you guys for. But at the end of the day, I'm just a man with an opinion. I could be wrong, I could be right. But with all that being said, I love you guys. You guys have a great day. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, maybe leave a like. If you loved it, maybe subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But either way, I love you guys. You guys have a great day or night. Like always, I don't know what time it is there, but you know I have to send it off with a little mwah.